Alright, let's get back to it. First of all, let's take a look at our additions, see where we stand. Double Slash is at level 4, 19 away from level 5. If the damage modifier gets much higher, I mean, it's going to rival Volcano. Volcano requires 3 button presses, whereas Double Slash only requires 1. I mean, we're going to level up Volcano anyway, but this is just to demonstrate how whenever you move to a new edition, there's going to be maybe a little downgrade in your damage from a mastered to a new one, but ultimately you're going to get that damage back as you progress. How's Levitz doing? Levitz is at level 2. That's interesting. So Harpoon and Spinning Cane deal relatively the same amount of damage, but Spinning Cane requires 2 additions. Interesting. I wonder how Spinning Cane scales. I think we may need to heal with Levitz. We're gonna go north first. Our hometown has been razed to the ground. The Empire is after Shauna. I don't think we can safely return her home. If we go back to Cells, we'll just be inviting more danger there. Maybe the best thing we can do is to not return home at all. Alright, we're on the run. The people from the prison are chasing us. And Levitz takes an arrow to the shin. Insert jokes about arrows to body parts, Skyrim, yada yada. And we can't stick around here too long. Levitz is injured, but we gotta keep moving. They're on our tail. Is this the fugitive? This is the level of enemy we're dealing with. The stupidity off the charts. Okay. I'm not entirely sure where to go next. I know on the world map we need to go northish. But let's take a look here. Looks like Levitz is feeling it. We're going to use this time to kill some monsters. We're going to use this time to kill some monsters. I missed the command. Unfortunate. And this is I want to say this is the reason why I didn't heal with Levitz, but honestly, I don't remember anything about this game. But hopefully, by resting in this shack, it will act as a full heal for our group. I don't really want to waste any more medicines if I don't have to. Alright. Now that that's over with, let's get in this shack. So Darts has been gone from the village for 5 years now. So something happened with Darts 5 years ago that caused him to go on this revenge quest. Ultimately, he hasn't successfully gotten that revenge, but he's come back anyway. And 18 years ago, in the town of Neat, this winged black creature destroyed the entire town, robbed Darts of his home life. And basically made him an orphan. He was sent south alone to live in cells. That's where he met Shauna. Darts lost both his parents during this attack by the Black Monster. He found a small orb in the ruins of Neat. It was his father's keepsake, and he's kept it with him this entire time. So apparently the Empire has found a way to tame a dragon, perhaps, and use it for war. And so the balance of power between the two great nations of this southeastern portion of the continent has shifted. And the continent has broken out into war. The Empire is on a quest for conquest. And the kingdom is just trying to survive. And Levitz is inviting Darts to come back with him to the kingdom. Now, Levitz is a knight, and he's got his own, ideas about Darts coming back. Darts has proven himself to be a capable warrior, and I'm sure Levitz wants him to join the knighthood with him. Or at least join the military. The kingdom could use all the help it can get. We did not get healed. Unfortunate. We'll use our potions. Alright, we're headed back out. If we had an axe or another sharp object, definitely not a sword, we could chop down that tree and perhaps do something here. Was there an axe inside the shed? We will check after this battle. If there really was a bastard sword in Helena prison, I'm feeling it now, not having it. It would be nice to have darts just a little bit more powerful, especially with the enemies becoming more defensive like this. There's an axe right here. I could have taken a break here. Unfortunate. Can I not use it? Come on, let's put two and two together. We saw a bridge. I'll tell you what I probably have to do. I probably have to go east, see that there's like a part of like the river or cliff that I need to make a bridge for. Then I have to go examine the tree that's half fallen over. Then I have to go back and get the axe. There's an order to everything. Unfortunately, just because we are smart enough to understand what the order is, doesn't mean we can break it. We're going to start wailing on the mole with darts. We're going to save the mosquito bird for Levitz since he can one-shot them. Yo, it's actually called a mole. Interesting. Is this other thing actually called a mosquito bird? No, it's a vampire kiwi. That's what happens when you let your fruit go too sour. Pretend that joke was funny. Somebody, if any of the 12 people watching this found that funny, just give me a pity laugh. You don't have to type in comments. You don't even have to tell me about it. Just out there, just give me a pity laugh and I'll feel it. I won't say no to a free angel's prayer. That's a free revive. Alright, now I recognize that this tree can be used as a bridge in the river. So now, perhaps I can pick up the axe. Alright. If only we had a character who used axes as a weapon, we could have avoided all of this. So I suppose the plan was to carry the tree back to the river. But it fell into the river anyway. But thankfully, the tree gets where it needs to go anyway. Everything works out just fine. And here's a treasure. It's a monster. Surprise! We know the Kiwis can be one-shot by Levites, so we're going to have Dart and Shauna go on the Grasshopper. Or the Mantis. Perhaps the Kiwis are even weak enough that darts can kill it, but I'm not sure about that yet. I haven't had the opportunity to test it out. Alright, what do we get? Another Angel's Prayer. That's fine. So we get some insight in the kind of person Levitz is. He's very, very honorable and very charitable. These are civilians from the Empire who's had to escape because of the war, escape their hometown, and Levitz is offering them pretty much citizenship in the kingdom to even live in his own house when they have nothing. Let's test out darts. Alright, darts can also kill the Kiwis. We have to be less careful about them now. And we know from that conversation with those civilians that one of the kingdom's towns is in this direction. We're just going to have to pass through these caves. Right away, we get a treasure. A detonate rock. Probably an earth elemental attack item. Wait. Let's see what kind of monsters this cave has. Floating blobs and a bat. That bat had a tail with teeth in it. Where does this take me? To a treasure! That's the first time we've seen a treasure chest from the top down. It actually has a design on top. Ooh! We're sliding to a treasure. Looks like we can take a different pathway, maybe if we hold up. Yes. Okay, so we gotta hold up and then hold down once we make that jump. And then we get to a treasure. There it is. We get a new weapon for darts. The Bastard Sword. We also have this defensive set of items. Although Shauna technically has more... Shauna has more defense than Darts right now. For a frontline fighter, that doesn't make much sense for Darts to have less defense than Shauna. So I'll give him the Knight's Shield. I was thinking about giving it to Shauna, but I didn't realize that the discrepancy in their defenses was so great. But now that Darts has the Bastard Sword, we should be doing a respectably more amount of damage. That's just a standard slime guy. I'm really liking the enemy designs in this game so far. Alright, we get some jumping puzzles. Not necessarily puzzles. Total vanishing. Is that escape from battles, or... Destroys minor enemies. Interesting. Huh. I'm not entirely sure what to make of that. So it seems like Shauna wasn't the one who fell, it was Levitz. And we get this, and it's understandable. He's still working with an injured leg. But we get these moments, I remember, of this growing bromance with Dart and Levitz. They become really good friends really quickly. Their bromance is so strong that Shauna just doesn't have any place. Alright, so we got some items, and we got some exits. Let's see what's in this exit real quick. It's an item. We see down there on the level below us, there's going to be another treasure chest, but we can't get it just yet. I think the fireflies that are just to the right of us are going to do something. I'm not sure if it's like a heal or if it's just like an activation for a puzzle. But I vaguely recall fireflies doing something. Alright. So orcs in this game are really short, dwarvish even. They are really strong, apparently, and pretty defensive. It's gonna take all three characters to take one orc down. And it's really bad if they keep ganging up on one person like that. I think next of Shauna's turns, I'm gonna have her use a healing potion. I kind of like that there's a limit to the amount of items you can carry at a time. Because I know in other RPGs, you have that Mega Elixir syndrome, where you keep these really useful items for the final boss, but it turns out you never need to use them. In this game, you're encouraged to use items because the next treasure chest you open might have something better. You always want to have space in your inventory. Let's see what these fireflies do. So rock fireflies do heal your party. Let's get this treasure. 2 treasure chests. I'm being spoiled by this game. I just need a new spear and a new bow, and I'll be living the high life. I'm gonna have Shauna try and work down this slime guy. I know it doesn't have a whole lot of health. I'm gonna have Darts and Levites try to take on this ugly balloon. Okay. So it doesn't seem like Shauna is quite strong enough to 2-turn KO a slime. She's still a supporting role until she gets a better weapon, or she levels up. Now, before I go to the right, I would like to look at this north section here. Yes, this is the screen I was hoping to find. Now, I'm not sure if it is possible to capture or run into this monster. I think no matter what, it's always one jump ahead of you. I could be wrong, though. I'm glad Shauna did not kill it, though. I would like more opportunities to use these additions. In fact, we're going to look at the addition screen and see how Dart is doing with double slash. I don't know what the max level for additions is yet. Okay, so the max level for additions is 5. It won't go any higher. So we can switch to Volcano now. We're going to need to learn a new rhythm, and it's going to be 3 inputs instead of 1. And right now, Volcano, even when done perfectly, is a little weaker, but it won't be long until it's stronger. Alright, a save point in the middle of the cave usually is a good signifier that we're either halfway done or there's a boss battle like 10 steps ahead of us. I'm hoping for the boss battle. I'm feeling a boss. But I'm feeling this treasure a little bit more. I just got done playing through Final Fantasy VIII, and I don't know why my head was in this space, because I've been pressing X for so long. But when when Dart went to attack, I pressed R1 to trigger a gunblade, but he doesn't wield a gunblade. Anyway, the slime guy gunked Levitz, so he's effectively lost a turn. I don't know how long that lasts. Hopefully it is only one turn. Okay. So apparently there are counterattacks now. I gotta learn how that goes. I'm sure there was a button prompt to the lower right that I had to press. I'm just not sure. I hope it happens again. You see, Volcano? That sounds like a completely different voice actor. What do we got? More body purifiers. And that would probably take away the gunk that was on Levitz. And a bandana. That's probably Dart's exclusive. Oh, Shauna is poisoned. It's not. Rather than Darts, who is wearing a bandana, be able to equip the bandana, it's Levitz. But it's worse than what he's wearing now. Interesting. The bats have been really loud in the background. Okay. It wasn't a bad at all. It was like a giant centipede, millipede. Probably vampiric. Probably evil. Probably about to die. Oh, it's a snake. Okay. Sometimes it's hard to tell. I don't know. Do I have very many things? Let's use a spark net. Okay, spark net, 51 damage. That's pretty good.
Volcano!
28 damage, also pretty good. Levitz, what do you got?
Harpoon!
15. That's fine. I'm going to use that other spark net. I was impressed. This thing must be weak to electricity or something.
Volcano!
I would like to see another counterattack so I can actually learn the mechanic. But I guess we just have to hope for randomness. So I'm not sure if our melee attacks can actually reach him now. Perhaps we just have to defend until it comes out. We'll try. Yeah, okay. So he's too high up for us to actually attack. Shauna can attack, though. Defending in this game will actually help you regenerate health. I'm going to attack with Shauna, because no one else can. And I'll go ahead and use items with darts. We'll try a burnout. Use them if you got them. Still 50 damage. That's pretty good. Alright. He's back on the ground now. We can resume killing him. Although Shauna has done a lot of work.
Volcano!
So it looks like this This power that's emanating from Shauna is why the Empire want her. Not even she knows what it is. And we've got a War God's amulet. This really isn't the place to be interrogating Shauna or trying to figure out what it is. This is still a cave full of monsters, and Levitz is right. We need to get to Bale. It should be safer there. This 2-orc, 1 ugly balloon fight is actually pretty dangerous. These orcs do a lot of damage. And everything has a lot of health. And I should have checked what that War God's amulet did. Alright. Just whenever that counterattack symbol appears, instead of pressing X, I press circle. It sort of throws off your rhythm how it pauses like that after successfully evading a counterattack. I wish the rhythm was more maintained. Doesn't look like Levitz got poisoned. I mean, obviously, I would rather no one got poisoned. I don't want to use any items that I don't have to. So anytime an enemy uses a poisonous attack and I resist the poison, that's a good day. Treasure. Another 50 gold. If we actually get to a town, maybe we'll be able to spend it. All right. Of course, before we're safe, we just have one more fight. Usually a move like Ultrasonic would inflict confusion. I'm not sure if confusion is a status effect in this game. I kind of wish that Ultrasonic actually hit Shauna so I could see. I want to experiment. I want to know what bad things can happen. I'm not sure what to expect. But that's going to be it for us right now. We're going to go ahead and save and call the episode here. When we come back, we'll head on into Bales, visit Levitz's mother, have a good old meal, and discuss some things. But until then, I'll see you guys next time.